Hello again, and welcome to the second installment of the Metric Minute, brought to you by Vault Performance. I'm Kareem Derkawi, and in this episode we'll discuss breaking impulse, a key component of the eccentric phase. Simply put, it represents how much eccentric work is done from the instant a person starts applying the brakes to the lowest point of their squat, as seen in the photo to the left. Impulse can be thought of as the area under the curve, or in other words, the square footage of work completed. Breaking impulse tells us two very important factors about the eccentric phase. The first is how much force is generated leading up to the isometric point. A larger braking impulse will increase the force at the isometric point, therefore giving a better start for the concentric phase. Power production and jump performance are directly correlated to concentric impulse, but we'll discuss that in a future episode. The second point to make about braking impulse is related to asymmetry analysis. By examining this aspect, we can see which side does more work to decelerate the body during preparation for a jump. This clearly has huge implications in injury risk reduction and throughout the rehab process. Landing phase results should also be compared with similarities to this kind of metric. The take-home message is that braking impulse sets the stage for the concentric phase and can give a great idea of loading preference asymmetry. Force decks can also make relative comparisons based on body weight, so we can compare between athletes, position groups, or before and after training and rehab interventions. For more information on this and other force plate testing concepts, please feel free to reach out to us at vol.com, the email listed, or any social media platform. Thank you.
The world of strength and conditioning is filled with some awesome practitioners who are always trying to evolve and continue to grow professionally throughout their career. The problem with many of us, though, is finding a new outlet, a new way, and a new perspective on the questions that we may have, whether it be programming, whether it be situational with dealing with coaches, or whether it be career advice. Because all too often what happens is we get stuck in with the same group of friends and the same group of colleagues that we reach out to for advice repeatedly over and over again. But what we should really be looking for is different perspectives, different people who have been through different situations who can help us make better decisions both for ourselves and our athletes. And one awesome place to start with that is the forums in the Strength Coach Network. In the forums in the Strength Coach Network, you'll be able to reach out and get feedback, input, and advice from coaches from all over the world. From everything from career advice to training modalities to programming, there's people there just for the same reason as you are, to try to get better, to learn, to share information, and to grow the field of strength and conditioning. So hop on over to strengthcoachnetwork.com/CVASPS, that's strengthcoachnetwork.com/CVASPS, to dive into all that great content today and get your 48-hour trial for only $1. I look forward to seeing you in the Strength Coach Network. Hey, what's happening, everybody? DeMayo coming at you with this week's edition of My Thoughts Monday. Today, I'd like to touch upon something that's kind of out of the ordinary, something that we, especially in this little corner of the world of sports, don't talk much about. And it's something that I think that a lot of us need to utilize and have a better understanding of. You know, most people in this world of performance work for an organization or for a university, and within those there is a human resources department. And I think that all too often HR gets a bit of a bad rap from us, and really from everybody. Is it's just kind of like they're the people that make you go to these meetings and make you take these classes and do all these things and yada yada yada. But there's a lot of things that they can do to help us and to better us and to set us up to be in better situations. And I really want to talk about two of those today. The first of which is something that a lot of us have talked about, not a lot, but this has been a more common theme of late when it comes to what we do in our sort of circle when it comes to coaches, and that is understanding what your benefits package is. I think all too often we just kind of look at these things really quick, that first 48 to 96 hours that you've been hired, and kind of just pick and choose just random things and never really look at it again, or never really review it again, or never take a look at what has been added or changed or improved or has had some regression to it. The first of which, especially in the college setting, is taking a look at whatever the retirement plan is, right? Now, I understand that with the times being as they are, this may be something that may be impacted quite a bit for people, whether it comes from what the university or the business or the organization is willing to offer at the present moment versus what they traditionally offer or not. But more often than not, there are specifics that institutions provide or organizations provide when it comes to some form of 401k and life insurance plan. And understanding that you may or may not get a certain amount matched and what that means and how you can have your plan match what your goals are or where you are in life, whether it be how aggressive you want it to be or how much you want to add for them to match, or if you want to add more or this, that, and the third. But really what it comes down to is that is your initial investment plan. We've talked with Zach Dakin about this. We've talked with a bunch of other coaches, and a lot of people are talking more and more about having some form of financial security and building a retirement plan and a portfolio that the school is or the organization is providing a good chunk of that is a really good start. So understanding that, understanding what other opportunities there are too. A lot of schools will offer discounts when it comes to like legal resources. So you pay for a little bit a month and you have access to attorneys that can help you if you decide to buy a home or if you need to get out of a lease or whatever it may be at an exceptionally discounted rate. The legal resources through our university has helped me have an LLC for CVASPs, and that was all basically pre-taken care of. It's allowed me to get the legal paperwork done for the closing for my home, and that was all taken care of. And all of that just for a little bit a month. Like, it's something that can be really, really helpful. Understanding what types of health insurance you have. What are your options there? What do you need? What is important to you? What other opportunities are there? Is dental and vision included? If not, how much does that cost? Because that's obviously important. And sitting down and talking with these people and reaching out to them for those things. They also offer a vast array of other things. Coaches go through their ups and downs, and a lot of these places also offer, when it comes to, some mental health things, people to go talk to, whether it be a few sessions or unlimited or whatever. It depends on your situation. But they offer those things. They offer health and wellness care. They offer all sorts of things that for the most part, people don't know because people don't reach out. We haven't done the legwork to know what HR can provide in those situations. So one thing that they do very often, at least here, and I've heard this from a lot of other people also, is they do like a day or a week where they go through all these things and they bring all of these other outside entities in that are part of that and allow you to get involved with that. And for the young coaches, you should be going to this every year. And you should be looking to see who's there after you've been 2 or 3 times to see, oh, wait, what has changed? Is there anything that I need to go look at? What has my situation done? Who do I need to talk to if there are things that I need to change? Those things are vital. We talk about how our compensation packages aren't great, but then we don't take advantage of the compensation package. So, we can't just complain to complain. If this is something that's important and these compensation packages that are provided allow us to do things and we're not taking advantage of it, well, that's just our fault. And that's just something that we need to be better at. So take the minute, hour, whatever that it takes and go through that stuff. Tally through that stuff. Know what you're looking at and know what you're going through. The other thing that people overlook that HR is there for is, in a way, to be a soundboard for you to express if there are situations where there are issues. And I think, kind of piggybacking back into last week, there's a lot of times where people in this area, of all of performance, sports med, strength and conditioning, nutrition, psychological aspects, your sports psychs and whatever, feel as though they're being put in situations that can compromise them, especially right now. And these are things where if you are one of those people, human resources is a spot to go to. If you feel as though going to your direct supervisor is not going to get things done, or you have gone to your direct supervisor and things have not started to change, then they're the people that you need to talk to. Now, this isn't like you go to them and be like, man, I just worked 80 hours last week and I'm not getting paid enough and blah, 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 blah. Like, yo, that's what we signed up for. That's our world. If you like it or not, it's too bad. That is what it is. But if there are some conditions that aren't great, if there are some things you're being asked to do that may or may not be in your best physical interest, when it comes to your health and well-being, especially when it comes to things around COVID-19 and this time that we're dealing with. They're the people that work with the rest of the university to set these policies. They're the people that need to know what concerns are so that they can adjust the policies, so they can take care of not just the staff and the people that work there, but also the students that are there and maybe either A, in the situation that's causing the issue, or B, be kind of like the innocent bystander who gets affected by those situations. And it's their role for employees to be able to express those things and bring them to them. And that's hard to do, okay? Don't sit here and think I'm saying like, oh, this is really easy. Just go talk to them about X, Y, and Z and everything's going to be fine. Because no, that's not the case. But if there is something that is really bothering you and it affects your ability to either do your job safely or feel comfortable in that situation, whatever it may be, and that list can be a whole vast array of things, those are the people that you can go to express those things. So to kind of tie it all together, I think, and listen, as Anthony Donskoff has said 100 times, and I keep repeating, I'll point the thumb here too. When it comes to your compensation package, when it comes to your benefits package and all of those things, understanding what it is and what you can and can't do and how you can improve it is what HR is there for. Reach out to them, utilize them, because that's what they do. They're there to help you. And they're also there to protect you. So if there is a situation and you are concerned, reach out to them. Ask them how it should be handled. Ask them if there are things that need to be corrected. And because for the most part, they are just a third party. They just want to make sure that everything's being done in the best interest of everybody. So let's change our opinion of human resources, right? They are there to help us. And as the saying goes, right? Help me help you. Let them help you set yourself up to be more successful. But that's all I got for y'all. A little different. Something that's been on my mind a lot this week, especially just looking at a bunch of things in school getting started, and these whatever they're called, like the benefit fairs or whatever, are gonna start being virtual and start picking up. I thought this is something that was important because young coaches don't make the same mistake that I did early on and sit there and be like, yeah, whatever. There may be things there that you can get that aren't that expensive, but can really help you in the long run. So, truly appreciate everything y'all do for us here at Central Virginia Sport Performance. Be back next week with another My Thoughts Monday. I'll see you then.